Alright, well, weather overnight in San Francisco was a bit bizarre. A little drizzly. It was threatening to lightning and thunder, but never did. At least not where that I woke up to. And some little bit of rain, just a little bit. Alright, a new study. This one's funny. New study. Fossil fuels must stay underground. At least 60% of oil must remain in the ground. 90% of the remaining coal must stay in the ground to keep global warming below 1.5 C, according to their study. It's a bleak but realistic assessment of what the science tells us is needed to keep under 1.5 C. So if we were to follow those guidelines, we would keep under 1.5 C. The global researchers came up with a calculated production of fossil fuels needed to have peaked in 2020 and be on a steady decline of 3% year after year after year until 2050. Now this is a new study, but it sounds just like an old study that we once in a while talk about keeping fossil fuels in the ground. Well, they just doubled down on that. Of course, nobody's going to pay attention to any of that. But see, all this problem with our disasters, our floods, our big hurricanes, our big tornadoes, the droughts, all of this is hitting us at one time, making it harder and harder. And one of the things that are becoming more and more problematic is world hunger. It surged in 2020. 1 in 10 people on Earth malnourished. That was 788 million people. That is up by 118 million from 2019. Let's look at how fast the population is going up. Unfortunately, we're in a desperate situation here because the food is becoming less and less while the population is becoming more and more. The U.S. breaks summer heat record set in 1936. This summer was the U.S.'s hottest summer ever. Average temperature was 74 degrees Fahrenheit. That is 2.6 degrees Fahrenheit above average. Now, see, so many scientists are saying that we're below 1.5 C, but I'm seeing over and over above 1.5 C. What do I think? Well, I'm not really a scientist on this or anything, but just my own feeling is we're probably about 1.2 to 1.3 degrees C above warming, and 1.5 in other places. It's not a steady flat plane. It's all over the world, has different temperatures. So while you're cooking everybody over here, you're freezing everybody over there. So, and that will never stop, the fluctuations. It's just that the cold temperatures will become less and they'll become shorter periods of time of cold period. But in some places like the US and parts of Europe, the winter may seem very harsh for a few months. The whole broken system is broken because of overpopulation. If we didn't have the overpopulation, we could easily adjust to some of this stuff over time and get ourselves on an electric energy grid only without fossil fuels, or very few fossil fuels. Big users of fossil fuel like steel industry, the aluminum industry, those kind of places will always have to have some kind of fossil fuel supplying the electricity, probably, or at least hydro. A lot of them have a direct line right to a hydro plant or a dam. Anyway, it doesn't seem like a very quiet morning, even though it's very foggy and drizzling and dreary. But we need this moisture so badly to keep the fires down here in California. So it's much needed and it's welcome. I appreciate all the ups, the downs, the new subscribers, and until next time.